Shalom, shalom. This is Brother Moa coming to you, bringing a little short lesson here. Okay, looking at one of the many cities of Great Babylon, America. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is going to destroy. But before we get started here, we're going to turn to the east, give all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kash. The bonus of teachers of us in the horse of Great God, so likewise, brothers, but it's true. Faithful, fearless, and fearless, sheep, brothers and sisters, it is Shalom. All right, magnificent place. I can see the people, they're really enjoying themselves and they're proud, but they are oblivious to what the Lord Yahweh shall have in store for this place. Let's go into the book of Ezekiel 35, starting with verse 1, and it reads, Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh shall came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus said the Lord, Power. Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy city waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, the Yahweh Shai. So, although you see all of this architecture here, okay, what they call Chi Town, okay, this is the glory of Esau Demon, so-called white man, how he has exalted himself. Okay, you can see that the Lord Yahweh said what? That he's going to bring judgment to this place, and we're getting close to those times. Let's go into the book of Obadiah 1 and 3, and it reads, Thy pride of thine heart I deceive thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, I said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground. And take a look at it. Look at all these skyscrapers. You have the Sears Towers. Okay, over there you have the Trump. Okay, which is when I saw it, I was like, you see why this man is so proud. Yes, he actually for a while had one of the tallest buildings here in Great Babylon, America. So you can see that his background is what in real estate, development, and basically this is where he made his billions of dollars, wheeling and dealing, for the last 6 decades. Okay, he actually inherited a certain aspect of his trade from his father. Okay, and you can see here right now, okay, that the pride of this man is in its architecture all across Great Babylon, America. But what did the Lord say? He is going to bring it down. You go into Jeremiah 49 and 16, okay? You think with the pride and the terrible things that this man is doing across the earth, bombing places, okay? Right now, all across Great Babylon, America, you have Jake's being oppressed and grabbed up, okay? It says here, Thy terribleness I deceive thee, and the pride of thine heart, hold thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, and holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as an eagle, I will bring thee down from then, said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not impressed with this architecture. When the Mashiach returns, we're going to see exactly what real true beauty looks like, in the heavenly kingdom. It's not going to be these brick buildings, trying to reach up to the clouds like that. And that just goes to show, when you look across the earth and how these other nations and tribes are trying to mimic the ways of Great Babylon, America, you can see that they all have the skyscrapers. They all have these, trying to see who can build the biggest, the world's tallest building. I think in Saudi Arabia right now is trying to go for the record for over 2,000 feet. Right now, I think the current record right now is in Dubai, a building called the Burj Khalifa, which I actually, when I went over there, I actually went up in that building. Okay, it's a magnificent building, but compared to what we're going to have in the kingdom, okay, this is basically a barrio, ghetto, okay, something like this. Okay, and what you're looking at, despite the fact that people are in a jollity state, you get the holidays is here, they right now, snapping photos of, with idols, there's a statue of Santa, there's a statue of this one, statue of that one, these people right now are trying to, live out basically their remaining days here in Great Babylon, America, because right now it's fading away. A large amount of the population, okay, that is in distress, okay, distress right now. And yes, so you always said of people that are you know, still looking for that happy-go-lucky good time. This is Malachi 1 and 4 reads, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemel Shai. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai had indignation forever. Okay, so you know, behind the scene right now, you have some peace deal going on between, you know, Russia and Ukraine. Okay, that's being brokered by the United States. Okay, Great Babylon, America. Okay, you have some type of peace deal that's being brokered in the Gaza Strip. Okay, and right now you see a technocracy is being developed here. Okay, AI right now is putting a lot of people out of work. Okay, you see people now wondering like what they're gonna buy for Christmas. They're wondering what Thanksgiving that's coming in a matter of what 72 hours. Okay, and they're worrying about, you know, the continuity of their life here in Great Babylon, America. And what really is what they're really not concerned about, because you know they're the worthy people, is that the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai has set a time limit for Esau to rule this earth. Okay, and right now the righteous is crying out that we need new management, because this man has ruled in such wickedness that there is no day of rest. Yeah, even though you might have, you know, brothers and sisters, you know, still able to go and travel and do certain things, you know, like that, you're not having that spirit of having a good time. You're looking at it and going, do these people really take to heart or even understand that all of this, the glory of this doggone man is about to come to an end soon? Do they even know? But they really actually don't. Okay, this is Proverbs 3, and starting verse 31, it reads, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Who wouldn't want to have their name on a building? Okay, you know, I mean, in this life, you know, before you understood that, you know, you were the sons and daughters, okay, of the Most High, you know, Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay, when you're in the world, you're thinking like, man, wouldn't it be nice to have this? Okay, let me pan this camera, okay, and you can take a look and you can see there it is. Okay, the Trump Tower. You can see it. You see it? The Trump Tower right over there. Okay, so this man has his own name. So you can imagine just how cocky he is, okay, because he has his own name. So I just have to adjust that. No, excuse me, right? It says, for the fraud is abomination of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, but his servant is with the secret is with the righteous. So the secret, we have all the secret. The Most High Yahweh Shemel Shai, you know, impart those unto his son, who will impart those to us, okay, of what? Okay, although we're in slavery, although we're at the bottom right now, okay, we are not to envy the people that are over us, because what? You know, roughly paraphrasing, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows afterwards. So there's an inheritance that we have that's going to be beyond comprehension of what you see in the background. Okay, it's basically peanuts. It says, the curse of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai is in the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitation of the just. Okay, blessed, he's going to bless us. Okay, at some point in time, what we're doing is going to pay dividends, so to speak. Okay, we're going to be the big man. Okay, the well-known, the renowned. Okay, those are going to be the rewards that we're going to get from the Mashiach when he returns. Okay, so we just have to stay put. Let's close up with the book of Revelation 18, and starting with verse 6 here, because on top of the fact that this place is going to be destroyed, Esau needs to understand this. It reads, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, in the cup which she had filled to her double. So you're going to get double of all of the hardship, okay, and oppression that we got under your rulership. Okay, you're going to get double of it. Okay, and you know, we can't imagine exactly how that's going to look in the kingdom, but you Edomites should prepare yourself to really go through some hell in the kingdom. It says, how much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she had said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. Okay, and it goes on to talk about the fact that you have and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication lived deliciously, but her shall bewail her, a lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Okay, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Take a look out here. You see that? This is one of many places here in Great Babylon, America. Okay, you got New York, okay, you have Houston, you got Dallas, you got all the major cities, Seattle, all of them. All skyscrapers, okay, all a big display of the might, okay, the pride of Esau the Edomite, okay? And the Lord, Yahweh Shai, is going to humble this devil and bring it all down. So, you know, Jake's out there, don't feel bad, okay, that we're at the bottom. Okay, you just have to stay, faithful and true to the Lord. Okay, do the work that Mashiach has commanded us to do, which is to edify and feed His sheep. Okay, and keep the faith no matter what. Okay, so with that, I'd like to turn to the east, give all glory and honor to Yahweh by Shalom Shai by Shem Takadash. Shalom to all of you.